My name is Nur Farahani binti Mama Anuar, and my matric number is 198324. I am currently a third year student of Bachelor of Agricultural Science from Faculty of Agriculture, University Putra, Malaysia. So today, I would like to explain on an article that I have been reading for my assignment under Dr. Elisa Azura for rice crop production subject. Okay, so my article title would be, as you can see here, Effect of Organic Fertilizer on Growth and Yield Component in Rice, or for its scientific name is Oryza sativa L. Let's get started. Article being written by few authors named Morteza Siaboshi, Alireza Nasiri, last but not least, Shaka El Laware. I hope I pronounced their names right. Beforehand, I would like to explain to you the parts of an article, or in another word, we call it as journal. So a journal consists of few components such as abstract, introduction, materials and method, result, and also discussion. In the paper, we also include tables so that reader can see clearly on the result. I mean, they can do comparison between a previous result with the latest result, something like that. So without further ado, I would like to continue more on the article. First thing first, I would like to focus on the abstract. I hope you guys can see it very clearly. Okay, so as for the abstract, what I have written here are to study the effect of organic fertilizer on growth and yield. Chicken manure, cow manure, paddy rice were mixed for organic fertilizer. Last but not least, grain yield increased between 2008 and 2009 based on observation towards treatment, which are organic and mixture of organic and chemical fertilizer. How can I explain on this? An abstract usually meaning of an overview of the journal. So obviously you can see the first point is the objective of the experiment, which they clearly wanted to see the effect of organic fertilizer towards component yield of rice and also growth of rice. And for the second point is that they told the reader on how the organic fertilizer being made. So here they use chicken manure, cow manure, and also the residue of paddy rice for the organic fertilizer. Last but not least, the result of the experiment, which they said that the grain yield increased between 2008 and 2009 based on the observation towards experiment, meaning that there be an interaction between the fertilizer. It doesn't matter what kind of fertilizer, such as organic fertilizer and even mixture fertilizer, that caused the increase of the yield, the number of yield. Okay, I will move to the next component, which is introduction. So for the introduction, few decades ago, the spreading of chemical fertilizer has the perception of soil as inert medium for root. In tropical Asian countries, organic farming shows less productivity of the rice crop. Recently, livestock manure and crop residue have found to bring a gradual improvement. Here, how can I be in depth of it? Back years before, chemical fertilizer is one of the reasons why the world only focusing soil as the inert medium for the root, when actually soil is a living biosphere, okay, which actually has a lot of it under of it, such as microbiome, but they didn't even acknowledge about it yet. Okay, but since they have been using a lot of chemical fertilizer, it causes some harmful effect towards the soil, harmful effect towards the plant, and also environment. Meantime, after few years, they can see the productivity of the paddy crop that use organic matter as fertilizer has increased. This can be supported with a study carried out on 5 crops in Japan, showed the application of organic matter enhanced the root growth and nutrient uptake, resulting in higher yields. Organic fertilizer can also help to solve the problem of pollution, but excessive nitrogen that contained in the fertilizer, it doesn't matter in organic or chemical fertilizer, will cause harm more than good. It is not recommended for the farmer to use more nitrogen in the soil because it will cause the soil acidity, and also they will cause the pests to increase more because it will contribute to the development of pest growth and also increase the resistance of the pests. Alright, I will move to the third component of the journal, which is the material and method. For this experiment, it has been conducted in 2008 and 2009. The coordination location for this experiment is at 36, 60 North, 53, 13 East in Iran. Okay, so it is like 4 meters above the sea level. And also, 8 treatments will be used in this experiment, such as organic fertilizer. There were 5 level of organic amount of organic fertilizer, such as 0.5 ton per hectare, 1.0 ton per hectare, 1.5 ton per hectare, 2.0 ton per hectare. Last but not least, 2.5 ton per hectare. Okay. So next is they use chemical fertilizer. So for the chemical fertilizer, they use NPK in the ratio of 100 for nitrogen, 50 for phosphorus, and 50 for potassium. And also they had a mixture of organic fertilizer and chemical fertilizer, where they took 1.5 ton per hectare of organic fertilizer mixed up with chemical fertilizer with the ratio of nitrogen 50 kg, phosphorus 25 kg, and last but not least potassium 25 kg per hectare. As for the basic maintenance of the paddy, also done it. And for the early 3 phase of rice crop production, they give in the shape of urea. I will move on to the fourth component of this journal, which is the result of it. So the few things that the researcher look for as the observation of this experiment, such as the maximum plant height, the flag leaf length, dry matter accumulation, total tillers, maximum fertile tiller, maximum grain yield, maximum of panicles per meter. Actually, there's a lot more, but as you can see, I have no much space in here, but I will explain to you in detail with the table later on. Okay, as you can see, for the first table is the effect of organic fertilizer on plant height, total number of tillers per hill, flag leaf length, and dry matter per hill in rice. Okay, as you can see, for the effect of organic fertilizer on plant height, number of tillers, flag leaf length and diameter per hill of rice. So it stated that organic fertilizer plus 1.5 tons of NPK has the highest number of all in 2009. For the second one is effect of organic fertilizer on number of fertile tiller per hill, panicle number and panicle length in rice. To look on the number of fertile tiller per hill, panicle number, also panicle length. Same, organic fertilizer with the mixture of NPK has the highest number of data compared to organic fertilizer 2.0 tons and NPK only. The highest data can be seen in 2009. And for the third table is the effect of organic fertilizer on number of spiculates per panicle and whole spiculates per panicle in rice. For the number spiculates per panicle, whole spiculates per panicle, for spiculates per panicle, same mixture of fertilizer got the highest number of all, but for whole spiculates per panicle, NPK has the highest number of data compared to the only organic and mixture. The fourth table shows the effect of organic fertilizer on 1000 seed, grain yield and biological yield in rice. Okay, for the last table, the effect of organic fertilizer. Okay, this one, the mixture got it all, meaning that they got the highest number for the data, for the amount of 1000 seed weight, grain yield, and last but not least, the biological yield in 2009. Last but not least, for the discussion of this experiment, how the result can actually occur. Okay, so they believe that the increase of growth and yield is actually the response to application of organic and chemical fertilizer. It doesn't matter what kind of fertilizer because both of them consist of nutrients that actually supply as food to the rice crop. Next, number of tillers increases because of different fertilizer combination. So in here, they believe that different fertilizer combinations such as the mixture of organic and chemical fertilizer can actually enhance the number of tillers, which is actually crucial for the rice crop productivity. Next, organic and chemical mixture can actually increase the flag leaf size. Increased number of leaf actually being resulted from the increased growth of the rice crop itself, because when the rice crop actually receive a sufficient amount of nutrient, they can actually grow very well, so that they will increase in the number of leaves on the plant. Last but not least, excess inorganic fertilizer is not necessary for productivity of tiller. Okay, so this is advisable to all the farmers today that do not overuse your inorganic fertilizer, aka chemical fertilizer, because it is not that really efficient for productivity of the tiller. Alright everyone, so I think I have reached at the end of this video. So as for the conclusion, I can say that organic fertilizer gives more benefit towards the rice crop. As you can see, the growth of the rice actually improve, and also the number of yield increases. I hope all of you can understand what I've been trying to say for this long period of video. Okay, and I guess that's it. Thank you for watching. See you next time.